alongside Timmy.
Our viewers, my name is Honorable Ahiozua Johnson Agwanima. People call me EJ. That's my mission. Representing the good people of Ego, Global Africa Conference, the heartbeat of the nation. And this is my story on AI.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story. This is my story.
This is my story. This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
My brothers and sisters, this is my story.
On my story today, Stainless Precious takes us through his upbringing and the journey so far. Please stay tuned and be motivated.
My name is Ugochukwu Omeago. Grew up a young child with polio, survived it and succeeded through it as well. And went to the primary school here in Nigeria and went to a secondary school. Finished from the university here before I traveled to the United States. And have worked in several companies that are blue chip companies. I have built about 4 companies. And each time people see me, they wonder how I did it. But I'm so surprised that they're even shocked, because every human being, regardless of the circumstances you were born, you're always bigger and better when you realize that you have the power to do anything. And I'm sure that if you believe that you can and have the capacity, you can always be anything that you really want. And this is my story.
My name is Stainless Precious, full Ikechukwu Nwokike. I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos, after which we were transferred to Abuja. The full family transferred to Abuja. I was told from family of 6. I'm the second son, and of course I'm a comedian. I went to school. My primary school to secondary school was Lagos. After the first setting, came to Abuja. I started the GS1, 2, 3. Then in Abuja, the 90s, early 90s, where boarding schools were for merit, not for money. I got good scores, a very excellent one. They now said, "Daddy, your son has merited a boarding school offer." I said, "Which one of a boarding school again?" My father said, "Wow, he went to boarding school. He would love one of his sons to go to boarding school." I didn't know what boarding school is all about. I thought school was school until I was under the confine of the principal and the institution. I wasn't finding it funny because I was very small. Where we have older men, that time you go see man with their beard, big men, my short man with their beard for school, you know, and they make you to do stuff you ordinarily will not do at home. And I had a school father, but my school father was somehow a homeboy, or do I call him a sickler or something. He visits home often so that he can take his medical balance, you know. So the other seniors used to send us on errand that On a normal day, no human being is supposed to go. We go something like hunting, miles to fetch water, to do some home chores and wash clothes. So it's funny, but on the contrary, that made me strong. I must say thank you to all of them. Thanks to all of them. I can't remember names. If I can remember names now, I will call their names one after the other and say thanks to all of them. I learned how to wash clothes. I learned how to go for assignments. I learned how to take care of the homes, because we used to take care of our provision, your cupboard. If you don't lock your cupboard in boarding school, for those of you who went to boarding school, your provision is for everybody. You might come back to the hostel and see your cupboard very open, whereas you left it open. Your cupboard will be very open. So I want to say thank you to all those seniors that made us very strong. You must take care of your check, your uniform, your cupboard, your bed, and everything that belongs to you, even your bucket where they use bath. So boarding school was one of the biggest experience I had, and that was my growing stage. That thing made me strong. And when I finished, it now made me a man I am today, the man I am today, because what I learned in my boarding school years is just an icing in the cake in the higher institution. But I would say growing up is a sweet one, and I want to say thank you to everything, and God especially, that made it possible for me to still be alive to tell the story. We were brought up as children of the wealthy ones. We were called the children of the elite. My dad did so much for us, and we traveled a lot. We traveled abroad during holidays, so we were seen as ajebo, as it is called today. We were not opportune to mix up with the ordinary children. I'm sorry, the children of the you understand. So the only time we had to mingle with the children of the other angle was when my father used to travel during school times. When school is on section, he will travel without us. So once we are on holidays or we come back from school, we do mingle, learn how to do some other stuff. But when my father traveled, my uncles and relatives used to send us some errand we don't like, because we are Jebo children. We find it so difficult, and we get angry and we start crying, and we now start calling our father, even while phone those days was the one everybody would know when it rings. So some taxis that we don't like was sending you errand where we don't used to go. As a child, my mom wouldn't like it, my dad wouldn't like it, because they were thinking grooming us as a jebo will make us big. But those uncles made us to know some things we never knew then as children of the elite. But those taxes were funny, very painful then. But now when we screen line, when we do the x-ray, we say thanks to all of them for bringing some refined gift in us. They say the gift of a man make way for him. Now, I was very popular in my secondary school days. I wasn't made a prefect, but I was as popular as I was then. I was made an ordinary prefect, a general prefect. So I was as popular as the head boy, even more popular than the head boy. They respect my orders more than the head boy because I was very funny. I made the school happy in sports, in so many variety nights, in so many activities, And I made some of my classmates very happy, because when we go to all those formal hunting, I brought out some gifts they don't know. The formal hunting is for you understand, when your focused life is very sweet. So my growing stage till now is grace. My gift I'm enjoying now, I discovered it when I was very young in school. So my growing up, and now I am enjoying it, and money is coming. I would say it's grace and it's God. So nothing different from God or grace.
You
you heard me today, I need you to know that this is my story from rags to riches.
My name is Adechon Shote, Ni Aboaba. This is my story. I can't tell you everything, you know.
I never thought I would be a comedian. And I started this in my school days because during our variety nights, there's nothing like comedy. It's only those Baba Salah, screenplay and all those like all these old stories on NT and stuff. But what I thought was becoming a lawyer. But the situation of life and some gifts in you sometimes changes what your thought is. Now, my motivation, my deepest motivation, it's being what I want to be. Because while my father was insisting, my mother was insisting, I saw myself doing what I want to do. And today I'm a comedian. Why? I see myself making people happy for nothing. They will just call you, Stainless, come and do this, come and do this. And I see people getting rejoicing, making me feel like the governor I want to be. So I saw it as one of those key things that I'm born to do. So I started building it up. I built it up to where I am today. Even in my higher institution, I built it up to the level I started making money from there. I was never paid in my secondary school days, but during my higher institution I was paid. So when I came out, looked for a job, didn't find any, I deviated. And today I'm enjoying it. If I come back again, I'll be a better comedian or a better entertainer, because the gift of a man make a way for him. My deepest motivation is my father, of course my parents, and my belief to be what I want to be. I don't believe in the word lucky. I believe in the word grace. Grace is a defining factor for merit, for what you can't do for yourself. Grace just comes in and make you qualify. You're not qualified for this, grace make you qualify. That's what I call unmerited favor. Unmerited favor is just the grace that God bestowed upon us. So I see myself as a grace personified individual. So I'm so happy that God has made me who I am today. After we lost our golden spoon, we started using silver spoon. The silver spoon spoiled. We started using rubber spoon. Fire burnt the rubber spoon. We now started from square one. Starting from square one, the Igbo says, "Ana ebido akip na agadi." You don't start left hand as an adult. It was alien to us, doing what we don't used to do. We are children of luxury, but things changed, and because of some of the activities we learned from uncles, bullies, and stuff like that, I found it strong. I didn't find it very painful. I was the first to adjust. It was like my father was happy that I could adjust, because from a wealthy background to an ordinary background, we were able to adjust. And today, my father can call himself, I'm Stainless son, I'm Kingsley's son, I'm Chima's son, because we're making him proud. I'm Kachi's son, because instead of him calling his name, he's so happy to call himself, I'm Stainless son. That means we are making him happy, for being what we pray to be. That's why I said, for some persons, difficulties make them go down. Difficulties make them live their dream and their purpose here on earth. But for some persons, difficulties refine them and brings them to limelight. Because I know so many friends who don't have father, who don't have mother, but today they are superstars. They say, where do people give birth to inheritance? but poor people give birth to greatness. That's what I think. Difficulties make you great for those who believe in the future. If I have the opportunity to rewind my life back to my childhood days, wow. I could remember when we used to travel as teenagers, you know. I love those countries we visit, which I have visited some. But I would love to travel back to the US to spend some days, weeks, or rather months to break some new boundaries. You know, for my family, I would like my father to be that man he loves to be. To be that man he loves to be from cradle to the top. I also like to study in the UK. In the UK, that's the only thing I love to be, because I don't see myself regretting my background. My father is the best, my mother is the best. But if you say I should change my father, don't go there, you're in trouble. Or better still, Otedola, you know you are my cousin, you know. Or Adenuga, these are the men I would love to be their uncle, you know. But from the rewind stage, my university days, countries I would love to visit, my parents' background, and of course the entertainment sector, which I'm still hoping I'll still hit the goal, is to make sure entertainment, it's one factor that will take over the world like football, a unifying factor. Entertainment is now gradually taking the hold of our audience, like football. When you call for shows, people attend and they go home happy. Like football, when Nigeria is playing any country, nobody wants to know any tribe. Nobody wants to know who you are. Nobody wants to know where you're coming from. Even the body odor, you will enjoy it. Even the stretch mark, the languages, you will enjoy it. And once you hear goal, you hug the man sitting close to you that has body odor that you are trying to complain. That's the power of football. That's what I am praying that entertainment should grow to. That when you call for entertainment, Nigerians and the world at large will gather. I thank God some of our colleagues are breaking into that realm.
As early as 11, I could go to the market, you know, shop, come home. I cook for the whole family, a family of 10 at that tender age.
Sometimes I have to go selling akara to make some little money, or to be given some few of those akara as part of the payment.
From JS3 to XS3, I was working in the market in Warri, in a particular market called Besu Market. I was pushing wheelbarrow and truck, then as a student.
They say train up a child in the way he should grow, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. But I see so many youths or children giving up for very minute reasons. I will blame some parents for not taking the bold step, for making sure their children live to what they want them to be in life. Now, they say in our own generation, in our time, once you're 15, 16, 17, they term you to be an adult. But now the scientific age, once you're 8, 9, your brain is ticking like an adult. So the parents has a bigger role to play in maturing their children to be a better person in the family, in the society, and of course the country at large. And I want to say the parents need to do something good to make sure their children are better persons in their country and wherever they find themselves. For the society also play a big role. Now, they say environment makes some children, and environment divorce some children. Environment sometimes makes some children what it ought not to be. What I think society should do, society belongs to those who make it big, because society is part of the government and the family and the citizens. Now the government, if all the social amenities are done, are in place, the society will be a better place for so many persons. Like some children who don't have fathers, who don't have mothers, they are better persons today. Who took care of them? Society, uncles, relatives, or better still, themselves, with the supervision of the Almighty God. So society refines some children, society makes some children, and once the government makes sure the social amenities are kept, done, and provided, I promise you the world will be a better place for everybody. Because for Nigerians, if we have electricity, we're good to go. So what I advise the government to do, provide all the social amenities for the country to be a better place. For society, let's build a society that all of us can be happy with. And for the parents, train up a child in the way it should grow, and when it's old, they will not depart from it. From all I've said, what I think I've not yet achieved, it's getting married, which in a couple of months, that one will be, that divine aspect will be settled. And of course, Stainless Precious is not a nickname. My father's name is Precious. He worked abroad for so many years, and a white man gave him Precious because of his gift and his way of life and his ability to change people around him. So he gave me Stainless because when I was born, that week or 2 weeks before I was born, no woman gave birth. It was like one funny story or the other. But when my mom came in, that same day, they gave birth to me. The doctor himself called me Stainless. But my father said, my name is Ike Chukwu, that's the power of God, God's power. So it's not a nickname. So when I started entertainment, I was like, what name do I give myself? Instead of answering anybody's name or what funny looking name, I decided to bear that name I've been afraid of since childhood, school days, and whatnot. But today I'm happy. My name is Stainless Precious. I add the precious because everything good is stainless and everything God is divine. And precious is one of those good things that bring you close to greatness. Now, one thing I'd like to add, from my growing up stage to where I am now, I'd like to say meeting people you've not met before in your life is one great thing they call experience. They will have negative experience that reshape your life, that makes you a stronger person. We have positive experience that makes you become the person you never thought you would become. Like I've met great minds, I've met wealthy persons, like my daddy in AIT, the owner of AIT, High Chief. I also like to say thank you. You have been a bundle of gift to all of us, right from Lagos, Agbados, if I'm right. Despite the huge challenge that befall us, because we are all AIT students, when our office was got with fire, you still pick up the pieces, and today we are multi-billion-dollar company. I'd like to say thank you to you, and of course your team that is making AIT a global network. I'd like to say thank you to my parents. I'd like to say thank you to my friends. I'd like to say thank you to everyone, even my enemies. Without enemies, you won't be strong. Without enemies, you won't be strong. Without criticism, you won't be better. And without family, you're nowhere. They say there's nowhere like home. If you don't have home, you're a bastard. If I'm worthy to use that word, there's nowhere like home. So your family is number one. Like for those who are happily married, they will tell you family is everything. So I will soon start swimming in that divine spring of divine orchestration. So in everything, I will say thank you to God for making me who I am today, and thank you to everybody that has contributed positively, negatively, for making me what I am today, and for my gift and the purpose God has made me to be. I am pushing forward. I always tell people the best is yet to come. This is my story from Stainless Precious. I like to say God bless everybody. Be the best you ought to be, and let's live the life we want others to live. God bless you.
And that's it on My Story Today. For your comments and suggestions, please send a text or WhatsApp message to 0806 004 2843. Thank you for staying tuned.